Montreal-based Deep Sky has obtained a grant of $40 million US from Breakthrough Energy Catalyst, which was founded by Bill Gates of Microsoft. The plan here, of course, is to get to economic scale in capturing carbon dioxide directly from the air. Let's get more from Damien Steel, CEO of Deep Sky. It's great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So last time we talked to you, you were building this park in Alberta that will demonstrate different types of carbon capture.
That's correct. We started construction last time I was here. Happy to tell you we are on schedule, on budget, and that facility is going to be live, removing CO2 from the atmosphere and storing it underground in April of next year.
And you're asking, I shouldn't say capture, I should say removal, I suppose.
That's right.
I know capture is often in a chimney flue or something. You've asked players in carbon removal from all over the world to bring their technology to Alberta to compare it and see how it works together, etc.
That's right. Deep Sky is a IP agnostic project developer, which is quite unique on a global scale. We're the only project developer that has said we're not focused on the technology. We're going to allow technology companies to create the best technology in the world. We spent time early on last year meeting every one of those companies. There's about 100 of them across the globe. We picked 8 different ones that we thought had the highest chance of scaling and scaling in an energy efficient manner. And that's super, super important. This is not a technology problem. This is an energy problem. We don't have enough renewable power on the planet to handle the electrification of society, never mind all the AI data centers we want to build, and now this. And so we picked the technologies that we think had the highest chance of scaling in an energy efficient manner. We bought them, they're being manufactured, they're being shipped to Canada, and we're going to test them in the Canadian climate.
And it's in Alberta. Whereabouts in Alberta is it?
It's in a town called Innisfail, Alberta, which is about an hour north of Calgary, just south of Red Deer.
It's interesting. I mean, it's a coldish climate there. Is that a factor in the location?
Yeah, well, my team told me it was minus 25 yesterday, so yes, it's cold. Actually, we picked a place on purpose that had all four seasons and all 4 climates. One of the important things with direct air capture is it does care about the temperature. And the purpose of this facility is to test and to learn. And so one of the things we want to do is we want to test the various technologies, see which ones work better in the cold, and then work with those technology partners to test new ways of adapting to make sure that they work efficiently in the cold. And the whole purpose of this facility is so that we can then take those technologies and build large-scale commercial removal sites all across Canada.
What's a barrier here? Are these capture or removal, I should say, technologies, are they energy intensive as a rule?
Today, they are not as efficient as we need them to be. And so today they range from about 2,500 to 4,500 kilowatt hours per ton of CO2 removed. That's not effective. But the important thing to realize is they're prototypes. They're not scaled up to be efficient yet. And so we think that there is a real path to getting sub 1,000 kilowatts an hour per ton of CO2 removed. And at that level, this stuff is scalable.
Typically, what are they? You're running air through a membrane or a solution to extract the CO2?
So think of it in layman's terms. You have fans that suck in the air. Then we take that air and we run it through one of 2 types of solutions, either a liquid sorbent or a solid sorbent. Solid sorbent, think of it as a filter. A liquid sorbent is exactly that, it's chemicals. And each one of those 2 solutions, you run the air through and actually the CO2 binds to it. Then you take that solid sorbent or liquid sorbent, you usually heat it up, and through that heat process, the CO2 is removed, you capture it, then you run it into a balance of plant where that CO2 is compressed into what you and I would call a liquid. The scientists would call it supercritical. And then we take that supercritical CO2 and we store it down a well about 3 kilometers deep.
And Alberta has great geology for that.
Some of the best on the planet. And that's what I keep telling everybody. Canada has all the elements to be a global leader in this enormous industry. We have some of the best storage on the planet. Alberta is a leader in that. We have renewable power. We're blessed with 3 of our provinces have hydro grids. We have the room to build much, much more renewable power. And then third thing, we have all the talent in the world thanks to our amazing energy sector over the last couple decades.
Have you worked much with Premier Danielle Smith's government?
They have been extremely supportive in helping us get this facility off the ground. Alberta's a leader. They set a program called their ASIP program. So the federal government has what they call the CCUS ITC, which is a 60% rebate for CapEx related to carbon removal. Alberta took a leading position and created an ASIP program, which is an additional 12% on top of that 60. And so they've created a perfect landscape to build carbon removal projects. They have the storage, they do have renewable power, and they have the financial support system as well.
I mean, of course, Alberta did put its renewable sector into paralysis there for a while by putting a moratorium on new projects. I know that's been lifted.
Yeah, we were very fortunate. So we're going to announce it next month. We're working with a solar developer, and we've purchased over 50% of the capacity from a solar site in Alberta, and we're going to get access to the power through a virtual PPA.
So I'm curious, you'll have scientists from all over the world living at the facility in Alberta?
So we have, our team is fully remote. Talent is too important. So I'll hire anybody from anywhere. And yes, it's expected that they spent significant time in Innisfail, Alberta. And you know what? They love it. It's a beautiful town.
And yeah, will you have places for them to live? I imagine there's not much in the way of hotels around there.
Well, you'd be surprised. Okay. I mean, Red Deer is not a small town.
Oh, that's true.
And so it's just up the street. Innisfail actually is a town of 8,000 people. There's places there. But important to note, this facility, not just for our team, the purpose of this facility is so that we can bring visitors. We want to bring corporate leaders from around the world, government officials from around the world. Every news interview I've done in the last 2 days, every single one of them has said, when this thing's up and live, I want to come visit, and we're building it to be able to do that.
And it's called Deep Sky Alpha, I believe.
Alpha, yes.
Okay, fascinating stuff as ever. Thanks very much indeed.
Thanks for having me.